Thank you so much for starting your week with us on 32 FM 94.9. Today is the 23rd of August 2021. Welcome to Brecadon Newspaper Review on 32 FM 94.9 Dugbe, Ibadan. We are located on the fourth floor of the Cocoa House building. My name is Dele Adeyanju. With me this morning is...
I am Chike Owogu. Top of the morning to you listeners out there. A very positive week ahead.
Good morning to you, dear listener. I am Olutayo Ogwade.
This morning I'll be taking headlines from the Daily Post newspaper and the Vanguard newspaper. Headlines first from the Daily Post. Plateau killings. Ogun evacuates stranded students. Nigeria has no government. A mockery condemns killing of 2 Methodist pastors, 24 others. I have seen 3 Olu of Warri. I don't want to see the 4th coronation of Obasanjo. NCC boss Dambata lists benefits of digital literacy to socio-economic development. Another LG bans prostitution, alcohol businesses in Jigawa. Bayelsa SSG mother Bettina reunites with family after 34 days in kidnappers' den. Nance tells Governor Abiodun to appoint rector for Mapoli. Just killings. Governor Ekpeazu dispatches team to evacuate stranded students of Abia origin. Oshimbajo, Ogwai, Anglican primate felicitate with Catholic bishops as they meet in Enugu. Open grazing will approach court to stop violation of Land Use Act if need be or term. Also, why Nigerians are not committing suicide amid hardship, Pastor Inenche. Biafra, IPOP disowned Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, Simon Ekpa, gives reason. Just 3 more. Nigeria fast becoming tyrannical, failed state under Buhari, Afeniferis Adebanjo. Federal government to deploy 5G network soon, Pantami. And lastly from here, Nigerians are most miserable in Africa under Buhari, Ghana. And I add just little one. Alcohol, wet dream, others not seen. Tithe not ticket to heaven. Catholic priest, Father Kelvin.
All right, from the Punch newspaper this morning, government's 4.8 billion naira pledge. Federal government can't be trusted, says NARD. We negotiated with NMA, minister insists. We won't enforce it at home again, IPOB. As fuel price remains until federal government labor end negotiations. This is coming from the PPPRA. There's some stories here. Ogun stakeholders lament Olorin's death as lawmaker urges Plateau youths to protect themselves. Obaseki launches vigilante network for Edo Central. And we have another story here. Insecurity. Governor Ikpeazu moves to evacuate over 200 Abia students from Uni Jos. Also here from this story, wanted drug dealer arrested in Lagos church. Man excretes heroin. Decomposing corpse of a man found in Lagos bush as ex-herbalist hypnotizes Lagos teenager. Victim recovers in Ondo State.
All right, let's see some more from Daily Trust. You're not different from bandits. Gumi blasts politicians who flew jets to Kano. 14 killed, houses burnt as southern Kaduna boys again. Miyetti Allah hands over kidnappers to police in Taraba. Bandits release 15 more students of Kaduna Baptist School. Take that again. Bandits release 15 more students of Kaduna Baptist School. Daily Trust. Okay, I'll come back to that. Women raped as bandits kill 12 in Katsina village. Buhari Mount veteran diplomat Muhammad Dahiru Abubakar. Community policing leadership crisis rocks Kano PCRC. Federal government calls for synergy among scientists, private sector on research. Some more before we go to another paper. Aircraft handling. Federal government operators lose $28 million yearly. PDP crisis. Anxiety as Secondus rejects October deadline.
Vanguard newspaper next. Profit-taking rules equities market. Federal government 90% ready to unbundle NIPOST. Minister. And the return of the Taliban. That's a write-up on Vanguard. PIA, LCCI counsels federal government on maximizing benefits. 19 and dangerous and expensive and coercive intro to Arresta. And despite challenges, Nigeria's foreign policy stays its pan-Africanist course, making the PIA work for all. Liquidity, 22 companies threatening free float of stocks. Neighbor slapped me to see my wife's reaction, witness tells court. America's Afghan debacle, lessons for Nigeria. Game up for godfatherism in Lagos. I'll be sworn in as next governor, Jando. And National Stadium, Lagos, from Sports City to Ghost City. Lagos Platinum Entertainment set for Queen of. Okay. And also, attack leaves 9 dead, 1 injured in Kaduna. Kidnapped 80-year-old mother of Bayelsa SSG freed. Police. Just 2 more. Stop praise-singing. Group urges female politicians. And finally, Shegun Odegbami. Sports, the universal level playing field for the black race.
All right, from the Punch newspaper still this morning, Buhari's son's wedding, other large gatherings can fuel COVID-19 infection, says Johesu, as bread price hike looms as bakers decry flour costs. Grazing reserves, autumn threatens legal action against Buhari. Grazing reserves, autumn threatens legal action against Buhari. Food imports gulp $1.04 billion in 6 months. This is coming from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Nigerians in diaspora remit $65.34 billion in 3 years. Nigerians in diaspora remit $65.34 billion in 3 years. Atuwashe III Ascension, new dawn for Ishekiri. This is coming from Obasanjo. As this story here, vehicle conveying Delta wedding guests somersault as 7 die. Vehicle conveying Delta wedding guests somersaults as 7 die. And we have this story here. Kaduna Baptist students, abductors promise to release all abductees, free 15. These are some headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Let's see some more from the Guardian newspaper. Fayemi Sanwo-Olu Muazu pay condolence visit to Abiodun over father's death. Strike continues as resident doctors oppose no work, no pay rule. NDLEA nabs wanted drug dealer in Lagos church. FCT police arrest suspected firearms supplier. Others. 500 COVID-19 death recorded at Lagos isolation centers, says ministry. Minister unveils plan for oxygen plants at Kano Varsity. External reserves lose momentum after July rally. Okay, so more planners task federal government states to implement urban development law. Still from The Guardian, at least 21 dead in flooding in U.S. state of Tennessee. Okay, why CBN's $50 billion intervention fails to rally confidence in stock market. One more here before we go on a break. Otum Waneze Falana kick over unknown grazing routes. We'll go on a short break. We'll be back.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́yìn ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 08168737222.
DSTV has your perfect TV match. If you know your flambe from your saute, we're serving up some.
Yummy.
If high-octane dockies are more your speed, get in the driver's seat. Are you all about that drama? We'll bring it from the courtroom to the emergency room for a serious series dose. Because with a fresh new lineup of the best TV, no matter what you're into, DSTV has your perfect TV match. So get connected and stay connected to DSTV. This is your TV moment.
Babe, that girl must be using something.
Hey, Berry, what kind of something?
You to see how she's always smiling, displaying her 32.
You're cuckoo right. I know her secrets. I know what she's using. She uses it twice a day.
Tell me her secret.
I'll give you a hint. ABZ.
ABZ?
Yes, ABZ is the secret. Close-up contains antibacterial zinc, ABZ, which gives you 3 times more freshness and 3 times more protection. Better than your regular toothpaste. Now you know the ABZ secret.
The new close-up is her secret. Everybody must hear.
You can't keep a secret.
New close-up with antibacterial zinc. Triple the freshness, triple the protection.
When Fumi found her glow sim after months of searching, she quickly recharged and the unexpected started happening. Every time she recharges, she gets knocked out with 22 times bonus.
Oh, yeah, sorry now. Oh, please, I can't keep up.
It's a glow thing because you get knocked out with 22 times bonus on every recharge. Be like Fumi, dial star 777 hash today to subscribe.
Glow Unlimited.
Orílẹ̀-èdè Canada ó fún èèyàn tó lé ní mílíọ̀nù kan ní ìwé ọmọ onílẹ̀ láàrin ọdún 2021 sí 2023. Kò jẹ́jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí orílẹ̀-èdè Canada yóò fáwọn èèyàn tó lé ní mílíọ̀nù kan ní ìwé ọmọ onílẹ̀ láàrin ọdún 2021 sí 2023. Ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì ilẹ̀ ló sodo sí orílẹ̀-èdè Canada. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìbá díẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti ṣàmúlò láàrin ẹgbàágbèje ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì ọ̀hún. Èyí rí bẹ́ẹ̀ látàrí ọ̀wọ́n ènìyàn tó ń bórílẹ̀-èdè náà fẹ́ra. Bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Canada ní orílẹ̀-èdè kejì tó nílẹ̀ jùlọ lágbàáyé, ṣùgbọ́n ìwọ̀nba èèyàn péréte ló ń gbé orílẹ̀-èdè náà. Onírúurú ètò láti rìnrìn àjò lọ sí orílẹ̀-èdè Canada ló ti wà ńlẹ̀. Ìwọ náà lè lo àǹfààní ètò àti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kó o sì máa ṣiṣẹ́. Aṣáájú agbaninímọ̀ràn bá a ti rìnrìn àjò káàkiri àgbáyé ní Jonathan King Limited. Kàn sí wọn lónìí, wọn ó sì fọ̀nà hàn.
Ìforúkọsílẹ̀ yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ láìpẹ́ ní Jonathan King Limited, Ajakini àti Ìkẹfà Cocoa House Ìbàdàn àti ní The Bronx Bookshop lẹ́bàá Saviour Cathedral níjẹ̀bú Òde.
Thank you for joining us. 32 FM 94.9. Break it on newspaper review, 23rd day in the month of August 2021. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. Live on YouTube and on Facebook. And Gumi blasts politicians. He said, they are not different from bandits. What do you say? What is your own take on this particular statement, a comment by Sheikh Gumi? Go drop a comment on our Facebook. My name is Olutayo Ogunade. Good morning to you.
My name is Dele Adeyoju. Thank you. Don't forget we're live on Facebook and of course on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan. On Facebook, like our page, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
All right, my name is Chike Obogo. Once again, I'll be joined by Dr. Ojedokun very soon as we'll be reading out some more headlines and then give you tidbits into these stories. From the Punch newspaper this morning, government's 4.8 billion naira pledge. Federal government can be trusted, says National Association of Resident Doctors. We negotiated with NMA, minister insists. Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige. Okay, the National Association of Resident Doctors on Sunday faulted the 4.8 billion naira which the federal government promised to release for the residency training fund. The first vice president of NARD, Adejo Arome, said in an interview with The Punch that the association could no longer trust the federal government. Arome said this as the strike embarked upon by the association, which commenced on August the 2nd, entered its 21st day today, as her patients lamented the effects of the industrial action. The headline there says, federal government can be trusted, says National Association of Resident Doctors. We negotiated with NMA, minister insists.
Dr. Jedokun, good morning to you. Hello, doctor.
Top of the day to you.
Great. I think your line isn't clear from there. Do you want to find a comfortable position? Can you hear us now better?
Hello?
Great. So let's go.
Can you hear us now? Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Hello, Doc. Can you hear us now? Okay, the line is, we'll try to establish, re-establish a connection.
I'm with you.
Okay, we can hear you well now, loud and clear. Now, resident doctors and the federal government, the debacle continues as they are saying, the resident doctors are saying the federal government can be trusted. And then they want the president himself, President Muhammad Buhari, to take over negotiations. And the Minister of Labour and Productivity, Dr. Chris Ngige, is saying he didn't negotiate with the resident doctors. He only negotiated with the Nigerian Medical Association. Any end in sight with these negotiations? What is the hope for the common man in hospitals right now?
Well, I would hope that the common man will be taken care of. But what is very clear is that the minister has been suited to any kind of negotiation. Why do I say that? Because remember that initially the more or less told them to go to, I won't use the expression, but you told them basically.
Hello, doctor. Hello, doc.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now, there are feedback from your side. All right, maybe we should try and reconnect. There's this feedback from your side, and we're not enjoying the conversation at all from here. Let's read out the line and see how that goes. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take some headlines here from Daily Trust. And from Daily Trust here, we have Miyetti Allah hands over kidnappers to police in Taraba. The leadership of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association has handed over 11 suspected kidnappers and gun runners to the police. The suspects were handed over to Taraba Police Commissioner, Mr. Bimbola Shokoya, at Maraban Kunini on Sunday. They were presented during the formal inauguration of a 16-man committee set up to tackle criminal activities, especially kidnapping. Miyetti Allah hands over kidnappers to police in Taraba.
All right, I have a report here from the Daily Post newspaper, and I joined it with another one from the Vanguard newspaper. Grazing sites, we defeated Usman Danfodio, will fight with our last blood. TV Youths won Buhari. TV Youth Organization, TYO worldwide, has vowed to defend their land with their last blood. The youth were responding to the latest order issued by President Muhammadu Buhari for the review of 368 grazing sites across 25 states in the country. The youth's organization pointed out that this particular move by the president has confirmed its fears and conviction that the current government is pursuing a war agenda to take over people's lands and give to Fulani pastoralists and alleged terrorists it has invited into Nigeria from across West Africa and beyond. Dr. Jedokun, are you there?
I am absolutely here.
All right, the line is much better right now. We're talking about resident doctors before we had that break in technical transmission. Okay, quickly.
Yes, we were 1-3, and I was saying that. Can you hear me?
Very loud and clear. Very loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Very loud and clear.
Yes. Yes. My view was that the minister hasn't been temperamentally suited to any negotiations with the NARD. That's part of the problem. Part of the problem is the no work, no pay, which the federal government, of course, wants to insist upon. I think there was a memorandum of understanding they were supposed to sign, but the doctors haven't been they've been very, very dubious about it from that point of view. So it seems as if this strike is going to go on for some time. They say the federal government stance on no work, no pay is still in force, and they are talking about signing a memorandum of understanding. And the question they ask is, can anyone beat a child and expect the child not to cry? So it seems as if the masses, the common man, as you said, are going to continue to bear with the strike for quite a while. And that's sad. It's very sad because our leaders are getting the best of treatment, and yet the people that they serve cannot get treatment.
All right, Doctor, looking at the negotiations so far and with the whole thing, no end in sight for the strike by the doctors and all that. Now, the story here from Abeokuta is saying the Federal Medical Center, Abeokuta, is overstretched. The nurses are overstretched and some wards are empty. And then you ask yourself a question. The death rate in these hospitals will increase, will soar. And then the government is not doing anything to salvage these issues. What then should be the solution to these problems?
Well, I think it would be unfair to say the government is not doing anything. The government is certainly taking the medical doctors to the National Industrial Court. But that's not going to solve anything because that's going to take a while. So, yes, we're back to the same point that you've made. The nurses are not trained to act as doctors. So there's a limit to what the nurses can do. It is bringing untold hardship. It means that, the health, you do not fall sick. If you're in Nigeria today, do not fall sick. If you're in Nigeria today, do not get injured. If you're in Nigeria today, do not get an accident. That's what it says. Because otherwise, except you're very, very wealthy, except you have access to the private health care, you're going to be in serious trouble. So it tells you about the divide that's in Nigeria today, the haves and the have-not. It gets wider, it gets longer. And of course, as you said, untold hardship and people die needlessly. So it's quite unfortunate. I hope that the federal government and the medical the NARD and the
Hello, doctor, are you there?
The doctors, you understand, is to care. The motive of the doctors, is to care. Well, of course, God is the one that does the healing.
All right, you spoke about the haves and the have-not. So let's discuss this one. Sheikh Gumi, a renowned Islamic scholar, has come hard on the politicians who hired private jets to Kano for the wedding of Yusuf Buhari, the president's only son. On Friday, Yusuf got married to Zara, one of the daughters of Alhaji Nasir Adubairo, Emir of Bichi, I beg your pardon. You are not different from bandits, Gumi blast politicians who flew jets to Kano.
Gumi, here comes Gumi again. I don't think I agree with Gumi. I don't think I agree with Gumi in trying to equate all these private entrepreneurs and whatever you call them with bandits. No, I wouldn't equate them. But what I would say is that what it exposes is that the air traffic system in Nigeria has broken down. If it hasn't broken down, why do we have a preponderance of private jets? We have a preponderance of private jets because in order to get to Kano and to other places, if you don't go by that route, you're going to be delayed. You're going to spend hours, you understand, waiting to catch the next plane. But I think this ostentatious display in the face of poverty, in the face of lack and in the face of want is misplaced. I think that the president should have set the tone. The president could have made it low profile. The president could have restricted the amount of people that came, but obviously he didn't. So some might say that there's a smack of hypocrisy. Obi Kubana was being criticized, you understand, for the ostentatious display. What's the difference between what Obi Kubana was doing and what happened in Kano over the weekend? Some will ask that question. I would say the difference is, well, one is the president and Obi Kubana is a private citizen.
All right. If you look at the number of kidnapped cases we've had in the past, some of them still held in captivity despite the payment of ransom. Islamia pupils are still in captivity. Bethel College students are still held in captivity, after payment. One will expect that with the happenings in and around the country, just like you mentioned also, one will expect a low-profile kind of event from the presidency and not this wanton display of obscene wealth. And this could make some feel like, are we really in the same space? All right. Are we really being, are these people really bothered or concerned about our own plight?
Yeah, you've raised a very, very, very salient point. There's a lot of insensitivity, if that is the word. And you would expect that when the country is going through crisis, as you said, people are being kidnapped, people are being brutalized, and people are being traumatized, that the federal government that is responsive would approach it in a low-profile manner. But it tells you that there's one rule for those that are governing and one rule for those that are being governed. It appears, I don't like to use the word, but it appears that this government doesn't care. And that's the message that is being sent to many of these people. Thank God that some of them have been released in trickles, but not because the federal government is doing anything, not because the federal government's body language is saying anything, but because the parents and those that are around them are putting together money and funds, and even in some instances, the mosques putting money together to release them. So it is a bad signal. It is a poor signal, and it's an unfortunate signal.
All right, Dr. Jedokun, there is a report here. Mr. President has ordered for the review of the 368 grazing sites across 25 states in the country. But now Afenifere has kicked that Mr. President is living in fool's paradise, and we have some youths from the TV land saying that they defeated Usman Danfodio and they're going to defend their land with their last blood.
Well, we've already said that this is a vestige of colonial era. Under the 1999 Constitution as amended, we know that the lands are held in trust by the governors for their respective states. It is the governors that will grant a C of O. It is not on the exclusive legislative list. So the federal government cannot come and impose their will. We are a federation. We are not a unitary state. And because we are a federation, the federal government, of course, has to take cognizance of the fact that there are other layers of governance within the federation itself. So the federal government may identify sites, but if the state governors do not give them, you understand, the C of O, then there's really little they can do except they want to perpetuate illegality. The other thing I want to say is that if the government is going to be creating ranches, which is not a bad idea, and they're going to be doing it free of charge, they better be doing that for other trades. They better be doing that for shoemakers. They better be doing that for mechanics. They better be doing that for even the so-called spare part dealers that was used as an unfortunate analogy by the Attorney General, so that we have equity. From that point of view, because these grazing sites, are they going to pay for it? I'm talking about the people that are making so much money. Or is it going to be free of charge? If it's free of charge, that would be quite unfortunate. And I don't think the federal government's funds and the federal government money, which is our money and which is your money, should be spent on ranches that people are going to occupy free of charge, without any rent and without any contribution. I think that would be quite unfortunate and inequitable if that happens.
Dr. Dedokun, what do you think is in it for Mr. President if he insists on having his way on this grazing routes?
Well, if he insists on having his way, I know that it will be challenged in the Supreme Court. It will be challenged. But I think the president is wielded sentimentally to this old way of life, a way of life which is not even a way of life that exists in this century, not even the last century. I think Mr. President really feels that he has a kinship with the Fulani and with their way of life. Even Mr. President has his own cattle, which he grazes. But I dare say that Mr. President does it on private land, not on land which belongs to the public. So I think it is his sentimentality. And I think the president has to remember that he's not just the president of the Fulanese or the president of the people of the North, but he's president of everybody. He was elected by everybody in this country, and he should demonstrate that by his policies. The policies must be even-handed. This does not appear to be an even-handed policy.
In clear terms, Doctor, in clear terms, do you say this is a Fulani agenda?
Well, I'm not going to go that far, but I would say it's certainly not an agenda that suits those in the South. It's not an agenda that suits those without cattle. It's not an agenda that suits those that farm on land. It's an agenda that suits those, you understand, that are pastoralists, that are people going on around the country.
All right, they speculated that Kwara, Ekiti, or Yogun and Ebonyi are included in the states where efforts are already on to reclaim grazing routes. But Afenifere is saying, hey, Mr. President, this is a call to anarchy, an invitation to anarchy, if he does not do the needful by rescinding on his, it looks parochial here anyway, a decision on finding grazing routes that are non-existent, as it were.
I would agree. Yes, it will. Yeah. Yes, I agree. Sorry for butting in there. Remember that the southern governors made a proclamation and declaration, and most of the southern states are already making laws to make sure that that comes to effect. I think what the federal government has done is ignored completely what the southern governors has done. This is a matter that should have been discussed by the Council of States, in my view. And of course, if the federal government insists on going, then it's a call to anarchy. Because number one, the law of the federal government going against that of the state in a situation where these matters are on the conclusive and not on the exclusive. You understand? Exclusive means that federal government has the ability to make laws in those areas. Concurrent and residual means state and federal government in some instances, and residual of the state government. So in those instances, I think the states will have no option than to go to the Supreme Court to enforce the will of the Constitution. But also, before that happens, who knows what kind of crisis can come about. So the government needs the way to be able to resolve this. They can't make a proclamation. They must negotiate with the states. They must discuss with the states, and they must find an amicable way forward.
All right, we go on a commercial break. Doctor, please hang on. We'll take some commercials. I'll be back in a bit.
Yes.
Many people just wonder how my toilet does to stay clean. How my toilet know they get germs. Number secret to my healthy family living. Power active clean soul. Clean soul toilet clean. No matter the day, make it just no say. Clean soul toilet clean soul. Kills 99.9.
Cleans all toilet cleaner. Small change, big difference for a healthy family.
Celebrate something big with Showmax this football season. Pay for 1 month of Showmax Pro or Showmax Pro Mobile and get a second month on us to watch mind-blowing football in action from the world's best leagues. That's every breathtaking tackle, save, goal, and more from the EPL, La Liga, Serie A, and DStv Premiership. Live from Supersport at 50% off. Sign up at showmax.com and get more for less.
bọ́nà kan ò ṣe wọjà nígbà aṣẹ́ kan ò ṣe tó jẹ mọ́ lásìkò tá a wà yìí láti wá tètè gúnlẹ̀ sébùtì ògo láfiníká fọwọ́ wà fàjẹ̀wà pẹ̀lú multilevel marketing cooperative investment credit society limited ẹgbẹ́ alájẹsẹ́kù tí bá ní ìpìlẹ̀ ọ̀la ká lè bá tètè roko délé ajé lójú ọjọ́ pẹ̀lú kátàkárà lórí àwọn kò ṣe é má ní ojoojúmọ́ bíi herbal food supplements àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ a jẹ́ pé gbogbo ẹni tó bá darapọ̀ mọ́ ẹgbẹ́ alájẹsẹ́kù multilevel marketing ni ó jàǹfààní ètò ẹ̀yáwó ọlọ́kan òjọ̀kan láti dáṣẹ́ tara wọn lẹ̀ bákan náà ni gbogbo ẹni tó bá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa pẹ̀lú owó wọn ni ó máa gba èrè gọbọi lóṣooṣù èyí kì í ṣe sógun dogójì o fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ kàn sí multilevel marketing cooperative investment credit society limited lónìí ní health concern building lẹ́bàá MRS filling station nítòsí Bishop Phillips Academy Iwo Road Ìbàdàn tàbí lọ́fíìsì wa tó wà ní Stanbic Bank building Niger West area Challenge Ìbàdàn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ 090504816 090504816 pẹ̀lú multilevel marketing cooperative investment credit society limited wàá roko délé ajé.
When Fumi found her glow sim after months of searching, she quickly recharged and the unexpected started happening. Every time she recharges, she gets knocked out with 22 times bonus.
Oh, yeah, sorry now. Oh, please, I can't keep up.
It's a glow thing because you get knocked out with 22 times bonus on every recharge. Be like Fumi, dial star 777 hash today to subscribe.
Glow Unlimited.
ẹ jẹ́ n sọ fún yín pa Zainab bó bá ti jí láàárọ̀ yóò kọ́ jẹun tó dáa yóò wá gbé pabambarì lé lórí Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 ara ti mókùnù ọpọlọ ti jí pépé iṣẹ́ yá.
lẹ́ òjò.
káàárọ̀ Zainab ìdí nù ti fi máa pegedé lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ rẹ̀.
jọ̀ọ́ bá nọwọ́ mọ̀wé hùn.
àti pàápàá ń bi eré Didion syrup of hemoglobin ní èròjà vitamin B12 nínú tí yóò mú kọ́pọlọ àtara rẹ̀ ó jí pépé ní ìgbáradì fún àṣeyọrí tí ọ̀lẹ́gbẹ́ ń gbà gbogbo. mu ṣíbí méjì Didion péré lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ṣíbí lásán tàbí kọ́ pòpọ̀ pẹ̀lú ohun mímu ẹlẹ́rìndòdò tó o bá fẹ́ràn. ọ̀yá gbéra ńlẹ̀ bí akọni pẹ̀lú Didion.
To be healthy, strong and active, I say. Take Didion.
Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 agbára tí ń roni lágbára ẹ kàwé pélébé inú rẹ̀.
Thirty-two FM 94.9 Break of Dawn newspaper review. The gentlemen are still here: Tayo, Dele, and Chike Ubogo.
All right, Chike has a story.
All right, I had to pause for a while because the way you pronounced that name. From the Nation newspaper this morning, governors, states should get 42% from federation accounts. Well, this is the governors forum giving the federal government a condition. Governors have advocated 42% of national revenue accruing to the federal account to states and 35% to the federal government. Ekiti State Governor and Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, who disclosed this, said Nigeria was also ripe for restructuring. Fayemi spoke at the National Dialogue and Book presentation in Abuja. He said, and I quote, on revenue collection and sharing, the position of the Nigerian Governors Forum, to which I subscribe, is that the sharing formula should be reviewed in favor of the states, especially given the argument of devolved responsibilities to the subnationals. Well, the question here is for him to have said he wanted restructuring and then looking at 42% of national revenue to governors and 35% to the federal government. Dr. Ojedokun, my question here is this is this a form of restructuring?
Oh, yes, it certainly is. But let me make my point. Let me make this point. I don't think that there's a systematic way in which this is being approached by the Governors Forum. How do you approach restructuring? You have to look at the constitution or what you require. What are the states required to do? What is the federal government required to do? What are the local governments required to do? Then on the basis of that, you now look at the revenue sharing formula so that you don't have a situation of unfunded mandate. What do I mean by that? So if the states are now required to take care of security, then the allocation has to reflect that the states now take care of security. If the state has to take care of education and other matters, it has to be reflected. But the way that is being approached, people are banding around figures without necessarily relating it to what they want the states to do or to what they want the federal government to do. And until we approach it from that point of view, restructuring will just become something that is up in the air without any empirical studies or without any evidence to back it up. What the governors must do must state out and enumerate what they want to be able to be in charge of, and then link it, to the revenue allocation formula. That would be a more sensible and a more systematic way of addressing the issue of restructuring. But Kayode Fayemi is from the APC and is preaching restructuring, while Malami and so on and so forth are against restructuring. So it seems as if restructuring is now assuming a north-south dimension. It shouldn't, but that's what it seems to be assuming. Even Atiku himself is not very clear when it comes to restructuring, and I don't think it should be a northern-southern discussion.
Okay. Doctor, quickly, before we go to the phone lines this morning, let me just put it this way. If we still look at the federation account, don't you think this is making governors of states so lazy? If we're a federal republic of Nigeria, don't you think these governors should be thinking of how to generate income from their states rather than going to this federal government saying we want to collect some allocations from the government, even pegging it at 42%?
Let's look at it this way. In Lagos State, they spend a lot of money on VAT. And this same federal government comes and grabs it under the so-called constitution that you have, which is illegal anyway, if you go by the Rivers State recent court judgment, federal high court judgment. So this money that you're talking about, which should normally come from Lagos State people or from Imo State or from Bendel State, you understand, now goes to the federal. It is the way the constitution is constructed. It is the way the constitution is set up that makes the governors lazy. But having said that, I agree with you, sir, that the governors must do more about internal generated revenue, which is independent, which is separate from having to go and sit down in emulating fashion in Abuja, waiting for some handout. The governors must do more in their states. They must be more imaginative and they must be bolder. You see, when the states now have less and less to do with Abuja, like is in the case of Lagos State, then they can call more of the shots, they can determine their destiny, and they can shape their future better. So I agree with you to a very great extent.
All right, on Facebook, our politicians are not leaders and our rich people are not worthy because they refuse to give back to society. They make money from the show of shame by boarding private jets to Buhari's son's wedding, a show that they don't bother on the plight of the masses. This is according to Adegoke Sheon on Facebook. There is something there, and after that, okay, so the lines are open now for you to make your comment or drop your comment on the program today. 0705 500949 009 700949. Why did Mieti Allah arrest Fulani killers and handed them over to police after they were threatened by the Emir of Moro in Taraba and failed to repeat the same in Benue, the neighboring city? Instead, they were even threatened by the executive governor. there is something fishy with Miyetti Allah. All right, this is from John Olarwaju. Hello, good morning. 009-7005-5009. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Alaji Asala from Coca-Cola.
Morning.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Morning.
Yeah, on the issue of patronage, because I see those that went to Muhammadu Buhari's son wedding. Many of them they are on patronage, or to seek for what kind of assistance or the other, or to give back to the to Mr. President, who has put them in one position or the other, and that kind of arrangement or that kind of attitude of Mr. President that say he wants to fight corruption and it was for nobody, it was for anybody, shows that everything they are doing is just is not realistic. They just say whatever they say or do just by playing to the gallery, because if the president or the government is responsive and sensitive enough with all this kind of poverty in the country, the kind of squalor people are living.
Alaji, can you kindly make your point so that others will contribute?
They ought to have organized. The president ought to have organized an elaborate wedding for his son.
All right, thank you, Alaji. We need to collapse the current structure, and that must start from amending or totally repealing the constitution that binds us together. Our system is too decentralized to allow states think developmentally. That is why they go plate in hand for arms every time to Abuja. Adekunle Perez Show, thank you for your comment. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Adeshi Yamola from UI. You listed the likely to have been listed for the law concerning land for grazing, and that is why I always say one thing: God will continue to bless the voters in your state, and you see my say God bless my governor too, because of his time right on time. It's not being political, not doing political issues. That's why in this state it's not listed. Listed Kwara, Ogun, and Ekiti, because these are the states that they sold them, they sold out their land for them to retain in their positions. But after their government, they must have given the land to these people, and those states, there are ways will handle them. Those are the best of today.
All right, 0705 50949 0809 75949.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, this is Sergio Bashir. I'm calling from Brazil. Please, I've said it on this platform. You don't need to be deceiving yourself. There's no way you can have good governance with this problem, with this bad structure. Until they restructure this country. Look at this structure. It's this problem of the structure that we are facing in this country. There is nobody, even you bring another person from America to come and govern here. The system will not allow him to perform very well. That is the truth of the matter. Let them restructure this country. Good morning, Good morning, JK and Billy.
Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm Obasharon. Under my watch, and I'm quoting Benue Governor now, Benue State will not accept open grazing. I have already briefed my lawyers. Should Mr. President insist on going ahead with the policy, Otom stated. Okay, let's take this call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello. JK, Tayo, Dele, good morning.
Morning, John.
I'm John. I know you hear me very well.
Very loud and clear.
What Gumi said about the politicians, that is who they are. They are the architect of all the problems we are having today. There is no two ways about that. That is who they are. See, the resident doctors are on strike and they are not doing anything. But when they have headache, they go to London where everything is working well. But they don't want that thing to work well here. That is who they are.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling the radio station 070550949. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. Go ahead. We can hear
you. Good morning.
Okay. I'm Faloto calling from Papa Idodo.
All right.
Banning of opening and grazing, I think it's a very good idea. Me personally, that is civilized way. But we have to provide an alternative. Don't forget that we are Nigerians that don't believe in discussing something emotional and sensational. Let's discuss issue with facts. We have to provide alternative for them. We cannot wish Fulani away. We have been together before. They are Nigerians. But the criminal element among them must be wished away. So that's what I'm just trying to contribute this morning. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and may God bless you. Thank you for contributing on this show this morning.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
Okay, we just have to go on a break, and when we come back, hopefully we get to pick one more call before we round it off.
It should be more than one.
Okay, let's go ahead.
All right.
This is the story of Zainab. She starts her day with a good meal and support her system with the Essential One, Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12. She is mentally and physically ready for the day's work.
Hi, Joe.
Good morning, Zainab. And is always at her best at work.
Pass me the script, please.
And even at play. Didion syrup of hemoglobin comes with vitamin B12 and protein to help fight against anemia, mental and physical fatigue. Just 2 spoonfuls of Didion's, taken straight or mixed with your favorite beverage, keeps you in top form all day. Unleash the champion in you. Take Didion's.
To be healthy, strong and active, I say. Take Didion's.
Didion's syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12. The power to unleash. Please read the product leaflet.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Unbelievable, but true. Canada will issue over 1.2 million permanent visas between 2021 and 2023. Canada has incredible natural resources, most especially mineral resources, but less than 15% of those massive resources have been exploited. Reason? Canada's population is very small. Less than 40 million compared to USA's 350 million and China's 1.6 billion. And these are countries with smaller land area than Canada. You can also take advantage of fantastic graduate and postgraduate education in beautiful Canada and prosper. There are well over 60 immigration programs to choose from. Let Jonathan King Limited take you through the simple process and relocate to Canada with members of your family. Registration starts soon at Jonathan King Limited, 1st and 6th floors, Cocoa House, Ibadan. CMS Bookshop, Folagbade Street, beside the Cathedral of Our Saviour, Ijebu Ode.
Kọ́lá! Ó màámi! Lọ mú àpò rẹ́bẹ̀tẹ̀ bílíṣì àìpò méjì fún mi. Màámi méjì báwo? Torí pé màá fi kan rẹ àwọn aṣọ funfun yìí. Màá fi kan tó kùn pa gbogbo kòkòrò. Ṣùgbọ́n èmi ò rí kòkòrò bíbá ẹ̀ màámi. Wo wọ́n kéré débi pé o ò lè fojú rí wọn. Ṣùgbọ́n wá ìdí nìyẹn tọkàn mi fi balẹ̀ lórí bílíṣì àìpò láti pa wọ́n pátápátá.
Jẹ́ káṣọ funfun rẹ funfun sí i kí lè rẹ́ sì bọ́ lọ́wọ́ kòkòrò àìfojúrí tí ń fa àìsàn. Agbára àfọ̀mọ́ tó wà nínú bílíṣì àìpò yóò pa gbogbo kòkòrò àìfojúrí pátápátá.
Egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí, egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
Ojú rẹ̀ ṣàjọlọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneto cleanser ni.
Já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí bádọ̀tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. Inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneto cleanser egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà tìgbàlódé. NAFDAC fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneto cleanser jáde. A wà ní nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé off Adeokun Street, Aláàfin Avenue, Olúyọ̀lé Estate, Ring Road, Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08034051533 fún títà àti rírà. Ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ń ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
Still the Breaker Dawn newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. You can join the discussion. What are your thoughts from this headlines this morning? 070-550-949, 080-97949. I am Chike Obogo and I still have Delia Adeoju and Olutayo Ogunade here in the studio. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Kolawole from Mokebad.
Okay.
I want to speak on this.
Sorry, you have only 30 seconds. You have only 30 seconds.
Okay. My name is Kolawole Kazim.
Yeah, go on.
From Mokebad. Yeah, I want to say this. The first question is, who owns the land? The state government. Who the benefit of the benefit government? Who are the benefit government? The benefit government are the people who live in Benue State. Still, a man lives in Benue State. He owns that land.
009-749-07055-500949. That is the line to call to join the conversation. 009-749-49. Once again. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Papa Alukaramati. Please, I want to ask you a question. All these executive politicians, all these politicians, please, we that is telling the masses, all the people that are government, what will you do for them? Please. Now, before they call on board, they will say, I want to come, let's watch Labor me. This Labor me like this, that's it.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is another person.
All right.
Our government speech. To me, I believe.
The line dropped. Oloide, kindly return your call before we leave the studio. 09062000949. You don't give what you don't have. People should not expect any good governance from the present administration. Our so-called leaders lack the ability to reason. Okay, that is from Abiola. Hello. All right, the line is dropping from here. Let's see another one.
0705 500949, 0809 7949. You can also drop your comment on Facebook or YouTube.
Hello,
good morning.
Hello, this is Paul. I don't know whether you are hearing me.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
What I was trying to say is, we need to follow our constitution. If you can, as a state government, you cannot discriminate against any tribe. If you give farmers land, you must give the cattle farmers to land. If you go to court, the court we agree with the federal government. So people should stop tribalism.
Hello, caller. Hello. Is that the meaning or conclusion you can, draw to the whole statement by the state government? I am not sure we're looking at ethnicity here. I'm not holding brief for the governors. We're saying there is a law already on anti-open grazing. Okay, so that is in existence already. So Mr. President cannot just overrule on that and say, no, you guys are not saying what makes sense.
It sounds like
so
he
wants to have his own way. That is what we are saying. Nobody's reading any ethnicity into the whole conversation. So let's also be careful when we make comments also. So just don't heat up, the polity unnecessarily. Nobody's bringing any ethnicity into it. We are saying, based on reason, this is what we want. This is what we do not want. That's all.
Hello. Is it the Constitution of Nigeria?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. What the bad Constitution is he talking about? What the bad Constitution is he talking about?
Okay, 070550949, 080970949. Let's see if we can take. Okay, just one more call. One last call. Hello, you have 10 seconds. Only 10 seconds. Hello, your name and where you're calling from.
Hello,
your name and where you're calling from.
Hello?
You have only 10 seconds.
Hello.
Okay, that will be all. Your final thoughts, Tayo.
My name is Olutayo Gwade. Thank you, dear listener, and have a great Monday.
All right.
My name is Dele Adeoju. Enjoy your week, enjoy your day. Stay with us on 32 FM.
All right. My name is Chike Obogo. Have a very positive week ahead. Bye for now.
Heaven made a radio.